So, welcome to Ballet Basics. This video, we'd love it if you thought of it as kind of your key to ballet movement. So we're going to just take some time and really break down the fundamental positions of ballet, what they mean, what they look like, and what you should be feeling muscularly as you go through these positions, so you're not just kind of wildly throwing your body around. This is my beautiful friend, Linika Maddie. She's also a dancer in the company. She's going to be assisting us today, so follow along with Linika and we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do, we're very lucky here at Verb Ballets, we have beautiful marley floors and these bars. What you're going to want to do is find a safe space in your home to participate in a ballet bar class. So you're going to be looking for a floor that's mostly flat, hopefully something that you won't slip on. Honestly, a rug or carpet might be best, just for fear of slipping, things like that. And then most importantly, you're going to want to find something you can use as a bar. So it's going to be about rib height for you. So around these bottom ribs right here, you want it to stick out straight from there, just like Linika has here. So an example might be a chair that you've weighted down so it doesn't fall on you, a countertop, a washer, a dryer. I don't know, maybe you have kids, you want to stack them up and hold their hands. That's fine, you do your thing. So we're going to start with the basic positions of ballet. So Linika is going to stand and just start with her posture. So what I want you guys to feel is at the bottom of your legs, you have these two bones, your bony ankle bones, and you're gonna feel like you have a zipper, and it starts all the way down here, and it goes up to just at the top of your groin by your inner thigh. So on Linika, the bottom of her ankles all the way up to the top of her hips is where you're gonna wanna think that someone zipped that together and they're pushing in, like you have a magnet running down the center line of your body, pulling everything together. So you feel some inner thigh connection. The second zipper that you have going on is starting 2 inches below your belly button. And it's gonna pull up towards your chin, like someone went and zipped you up or slurped you up like a juice box. Yeah, so you're gonna wanna pull up nice and tall. That pulls your belly button in towards your spine, and it takes your tailbone and points it down towards your heels. Exactly. So you see that Linika isn't sitting back like this or hinging in her hips. She's super flat here. She's still feeling that inner thigh zipper going on, and her core is super tight. So we're like a treadmill. We're going up the front of the body and down the back of the body. So it's running energy up and down, up and down. Good. She's going to face the bar one more time. And now we're going to take our attention to our feet. You're going to press the balls of your feet into the floor, and you're going to feel that that's going to start working these booty muscles right here. Now, what I want you to do, this is a test for yourself, is you're going to try to wiggle your toes with your weight still being on the balls of your feet. This is going to prevent us from grabbing the floor with our toes and freaking out. We want to be easy and gentle into the floor. We don't want to like walk around with tight toes, okay? So her weight is on the balls of her feet. Her toes can be wiggled and relaxed. She has an inner thigh zipper pulling everything up. She has an ab zipper pulling her core up towards her chin. Now the last thing that we're going to do is she's going to take a big deep breath in. Go ahead and do this with us. She's going to lift her shoulders towards her ears. She's going to shift them a ½ inch back, open her collarbone, exhale, melt her shoulders down. So we're going up, ½ inch back, exhale. One more time, up and in, ½ inch back, exhale, out. So now she's got this gorgeous open collarbone, like she's, you know, the queen of ballet. She's got like a gorgeous crown on her head, she's standing tall, she has a necklace that she's showing off, that kind of thing. So collarbone is open, shoulders are down, inner thighs are squeezing, toes are relaxed, abs are in. It's an awful lot of work, and we haven't even started yet. Congratulations. So here's the posture that you're going to be working with as we go through all of these positions. So Linika is now going to take her feet and she's going to open them up to what we call first position. Now first position is kind of the home base of a lot of ballet steps. This is with the heels together, toes apart. Now, you can make your first position open like Linika's, or you can bring it in a little bit. Exactly. So this looks like a piece of pizza or a piece of pie. It's either going to be a small piece or a bigger piece. You want to make sure that you're not overturning out and going way too far so that, can you turn sideways for me, Linika? so that you're torquing your knees and doing all sorts of weird postural stuff, and then you're grabbing the floor with your toes, okay? So you're gonna wanna just take this first position out to the side as far as you possibly can while keeping all of that zipper action that we talked about engaged, okay? Now she's gonna open up her feet about, I'd say, 2 of the length of your own foot apart between your heels. This is second position. So this is another home-based position, super important for ballet. Now she's going to take her right foot across in the front into third position. Now third, we don't use a lot, but as you're starting to get comfortable with the ballet technique, feel free to substitute a fifth position for a third position. You'll see what I mean in a second. Now third is with her heel right at the arch of her foot. So you're connecting the heel of the right foot to the arch of the left. Now, she's going to take from this position and she's going to open her right foot forward. Again, I say she's about 1 of her own foot length away from her left foot. And this is fourth position. So can you turn sideways once, Lenica? Yes, so here's fourth position. You'll notice she kept that turnout that we established in first position. Now her feet are just a little further apart. They're front and back. Now, one thing you want to pay attention to in fourth position is see how her hips are even. They're straight across from here to here. Lenica, can you twist? See how we've lost that connection? We really want to make sure that at all times our line from hip bone to hip bone is going to be perpendicular to the bar or surface that you're hanging onto. So you don't want to allow, one more time twist, you don't want to allow this to happen. You want to try to make sure that your hips stay really super square. That's one of the fundamental things of ballet, focal points of ballet that we're going to work on. Now she's going to stay right here and she's going to pull this right foot in together. Now this is fifth position right here. Face the bar once, Lenica. Now the main difference between third and fifth is that in third, your arch is at, your heel is at the arch of your foot. In fifth, you're going to bring that front heel all the way across so it's touching the big toe. Now, if you just peek that big toe out of the back foot a little bit, that's totally cheating. That's third, okay? Don't do it unless you have it fully crossed like Lenika's showing us here and you cannot see that back big toe kind of peeking out here, then you're in fifth position, okay? So, turn sideways, let's Lenica. Now, what Lenica has here, if she were to put her hand, you can check yourself, if she were to put her hand in between her 2 knees, like this, she's going to squeeze her hand as hard as she can with her inner thighs. So you're pressing your front leg and your back leg together. And then she's going to release, and you'll see there's absolutely no space between her knees. So release your knees once again. This is a big old no. We do not want a bent front leg and a straight back leg. Like, we're not chilling at TJ Maxx or Target. That's not what we're doing. You really want to squeeze everything together, be super tight. Feel that inner thigh zipper that we spent so long working on. Feel it right now in your fifth position, okay? So Lenica's going to face the bar for us one more time. And she's probably going to relax and shake that out because it gives you a butt cramp real quick. I can tell you that for personal experience. So we're going to go into plies. So a plie, now that we have all 5 basic positions in ballet, a plie is just meaning to bend. It's one of the first exercises you do in a ballet class. Super easy. It's just meant to warm up the hips, the knees, the ankles. This is the landing of all your jumps. It's meant to be squishy and easy. So she's going to take her first position, and all she's going to do, she's going to feel her inner thighs squeezing together. If someone put their hand between your thighs, they should be tight, and it should be like cutting the circulation off between your fingers. We're really working the musculature here. Her ab zipper's pulling up. Her booty is pointing down. She's going to bend her knees, and she's going to track her knees over her second toe, okay? So can you turn sideways one time, Lenica? Now watch, she's going to let her knees roll in towards the wall over here. This is a big old no. Don't do it. You're going to be opening those knees. So she's going to use these butt muscles right here and squeeze her knees sideways. So I'm not here, I'm here. And I'm tracking my knees. If there were lasers coming out of my knees, those lasers would be pointing right over my second toe, just like Lenica is showing us here. and then you straighten the legs. Exactly, face the bar once leaning back. So she's just going to show us a plie in first position again. She's using these booty muscles. She's going to bend, keeping the heels on the floor, that's very important, and squeeze. Now, that is a demi-plie. Demi in ballet means half or small. So a demi-plie only goes half of the way down. A grand plie means big, takes her all the way down to the ground so that the Achilles tendons have no choice but to lift those heels up, and then she's going to go back to a demi and up. So it's like, I'm not a math person, but it's basic geometry, I think. Is it geometry? It might be. Who's to say? My mom's a math teacher. So anyway, you're in first position. It's going to go from point A, which is straight legs, to point B, which is our demi-plie. Point C is our grand plie, and then in order to get back up, we have to go through point B again. This is crucial. And then you straighten the legs. Okay, so we can never, can you do it wrong once for me, Monica? So she's going to go demi-plie, grand plie, and now she's going to go up, keep those heels up, keep those heels up, keep those heels up, and no, you want to make sure that you get those heels back to the floor as soon as possible, right here. Point B, and then rise on them, okay? So that's super important. There's your demi-plie, there's your grand plie. Second position, we take those feet apart, and she's going to slide her back like down the wall, and she's going to go demi-plie, keeping the knees over the toes, grand plie. Now second position, you'll notice, can you just hold there for a second? She's going to feel the burn. You'll notice that her heels stay on the floor. That's super, super important because in second position, if you were to lift the heels, you're basically engaging those Achilles tendons and you don't want to do that. You want to keep them relaxed. So heels are on the floor and then she's going to come back up through that demi-plie, which is just part of the way down, and straighten the legs. Can you do one facing the side? So she's sideways and she's going to take a grand plie, demi-plie first. Now it's like there's a wall here, and she's keeping her chest up, and then she goes to her grand plie. Notice she just slid her back down the wall, and then she goes right back up, and then straightens. Now, this is not like a squat for you amazing power lifter, gym goer people. Don't you dare take a grand plie and stick your butt out this way, and chest forward. This is a big old no. Do not do this. You're gonna go back down, do it right. Tailbone is down, chest is up, so that if you were in a toaster, you wouldn't burn your butt or your chest. You want to stay flat in the toaster like Eggo waffles. So, Lenika's going to face the bar. Now, if you can just take your fourth position with your right leg in the front, Lenika. Now, as she takes her grand plie, she's going to go down, demi, now grand, now demi, now up. Good, exactly. Face the side one time. Now you'll notice again that her hips are super flat and perpendicular to the bar. She's not letting them twist this way. Not going to happen. And she's going to do a demi-plie, a grand plie. Both knees are staying right over the toes. And then a demi-plie and up. Exactly. Now stay this way. Then you can tell me what's your fifth. Now you'll notice that we skipped third. A lot of dance, ballet nowadays will skip third position. It's kind of grown out of style, old-fashioned, I guess would be a way to say that. Feel free, a lot of times, fifth position with this heel crossed all the way over that big toe, it gets difficult for a lot of people's hips. So what you're going to want to do, if that's hurting you, is open up slightly into a third position like Lenika just did. Okay, so fifth or third is A-okay. Do whatever you gotta do. She's gonna show us a fifth position right now, and she's gonna take fifth position. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Show us a fifth position, and she's gonna show us a demi-plie. Two heels on the floor, and straighten the legs. Squeeze, and then she's gonna take it into her grand plie, demi. Now grand, back to the demi, and up. Exactly. Good. Shake that out. Like a breathe. So those are your plies. One more time, just so Lenika has a second to rest. You have your half plie, you have your demi, and you squeeze. Or you have a grand plie where you go half, full, half, up. Okay? So demi-plie is a half a plie, grand plie is a big plie, or a full plie. Plie means to bend. So again, that's the first exercise you're going to do in pretty much any ballet class. It's encouraging, your muscles to warm up, the hips, the knees, the ankles, all that good stuff. You want to stretch everything out and really lubricate those joints. Now, we're just going to go through a tendu. This is the other basic ballet step that is the beginning of kind of everything else. So Lena is going to be in first position here. And actually, Lena, can you come to the other side of me? So Lena is going to run laps. So she's in first position. And what she's going to do is she's feeling, again, that abs are up, the inner thighs are squeezing. If someone had their hand between her thighs, it'd be really tight. That's where she wants to be. Now, she's going to start, this is very important, in a turned out position. She's going to lead with that heel. So if I had a string on the inside part of Lenika's heel, right here, I would be pulling it this way, freeze. Notice how that was the first thing to move. One more time, go back to first. Just the heel moves, squeeze. Exactly, one more time, back to first, heel moves, squeeze. Now from there, she's gonna point her foot front. Now, her big toe ends up right in front of her nose or her belly button. So we're creating a super straight line here. The second thing is the top of her foot is pointing at you guys at this side of the room. It is not pointing to the ceiling. This is turned in, as we say, and we want to maintain this external rotation of the hips turned out. So the top of her foot is pointing this way towards you guys. Then she's going to go back through the foot and close into first position right where she came from. So it's a basic motion where we take the leg out and in, exactly. But oh my gosh, there is so much work going on. I'm sweating just watching Danica do it, but she'll be okay. So she's going to lead with the heel one more time. Point her toe right in front of her belly button. Now, where you want to end up here, you guys, is notice her hips are still perpendicular to the bar. She is not pulling that hip towards me and going all wonky. She really wants to maintain, we have 4 points, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. She's trying to keep those in a solid rectangle, okay? You want to stay square. Now, she has the longest line she possibly can from big toe to hip bone. Tendu means to stretch, and this is what we're talking about. We're stretching the foot, the lower leg, and the upper leg into the longest line we can possibly make. And then you're going to keep this knee straight and pull it in. The knee has to stay straight. One more time she goes out. She's not going to bend it. No, I sound like a duck. You're not going to bend it. You close it, keep it straight. If you bend a pencil, it breaks. When you're doing tendus, you have pencil legs. You keep them straight. Now, Lenica is going to go to the side. She's going to start with that heel. Heel forward. And then she's going to go out to the side. When she tendus to the side, once again, the top of her foot is pointing still at you guys at the ceiling. She is not going to point the top of her foot at me. Lenica, keep your leg in that direction and close it first. Now look at where she is. She's not turned out. She has to turn this foot out to the side. We want to come back there. So the heel goes forward, the top of the foot points to the ceiling, and then she's going to wipe it back in. Notice the knees are staying straight. Tendu side. Now hold here. We have a long line. It goes from big toe to big toe. So I'll show you guys facing you. If I had a line from my left big toe to my right big toe, it goes one straight line out to the side. I'm not tendu side, and take it back. I'm not back here. This is not a straight line from left big toe to right big toe. She's going to pull that forwards so that we have one long kind of train track line going from big toe to big toe. She keeps the knee straight and she closes. Awesome. Now the back is tricky. What she's going to do, instead of leading with the heel, lead with the heel once, Lenica, and then tendu. Now close. We are not in first anymore. So what do we do? I'll tell you. So you're in first. What you're going to do is lead with the pinky toe now. So instead of the heel, that pinky toe action where she just took it backwards, that's where she's going to go. Now she goes straight behind her. If this is where her toe was in the front, her toe goes in the same spot in the back. So it's as though she's got a line going from belly button to right behind her head. Exact same thing. Notice another thing Lenica is doing awesome at is this hip is staying forward. So she's not letting it open up this way and twerking. Again, she's staying square and keeping all 4 of her points, 1, 2, 3, 4, towards what is her front, okay? So she keeps the knees straight and she closes right back into first. One more time, Lenica, take the pinky toe back and then take it, tendu back. The top of her foot, again, just like in the front, is pointing towards you guys, towards the wall. And then she brings it in. Exactly. Good. So shake it out, Lenica, because she is going to be so sore tomorrow, and I'm so sorry. But anyway, she's so good. So Lenica, turn it around, and we're going to go on the left side in first position, and we're just going to run through those tendus really quickly, a little faster. I'm going to run a lap first. And now we're over here. So Lenica's going to lead with the heel, and she's going to tendu to the front. Her big toe is right in front of her belly button, and both hips are perpendicular to the bar. She's not twerking like that. She's pulling it back. She keeps the knees straight, and she slides her foot back in. One more time front, she goes out. Leads with the heel, the top of her foot is pointing towards you guys, not to the ceiling, and then she slides it. Good, she leads with the heel, she's gonna go side. Big toe right across from big toe, straight line, not back here, right here. And then we close in first with a straight leg. She's gonna lead with the pinky toe, go to the back, keeping her left hip square to her new front, which is now over here. Top of her foot is pointing to you guys, not to the floor. And then she closes back to first. Awesome. Good. Shake that out and breathe. So that's your tendu. Once again, you guys, tendu means to stretch, and that's kind of the basic, one of the more basic steps that's kind of point A for a lot of bigger steps in ballet. You can take your tendu into a dégagé, which is medium. You can take your tendu into a grand battement, which is big. Exactly, all of these things. And then those turn into jumps, leaps, all of that kind of thing. It all starts with this basic tendu and plie action. Now, the last thing that we're going to cover in this video for today, just so that you can get all of your levels in, Lenica's going to go to the other side of the bar. And she's going to take her first position. We're just going to cover a releve. Now, releve means to rise. So, releve is just Lenica standing here, and she's going to lift her heels. And she goes right on up, just like so. Super easy, or so you think. Lower arm down, here we go. Now, Lenica's going to face sideways once for us. And just do that releve or rise action again. Now, you'll notice something Lenica is doing awesome at is she has a straight line from her hip bone to her knee, all the way down to that second toe. The second toe is kind of the golden rule here in ballet. We don't want to pronate in over the big toe or sickle over the pinky toe. So sickling, exactly what Lenica is doing, is going back over the pinky toe this way. This is a big old no, or pronating, another no, is going over the big toes. She wants to just keep that weight centered, like someone had their hand and was pushing down right on top of your big toe. That's where you want most of your weight to end up in a releve position. Again, notice her butt isn't sticking out and back. If she had booty lasers sticking out of her 2 bony butt bones here in the back, they'd be pointing down towards her heels at all times. They're not pointing backwards and like blinding people. Stick them out backwards and say, I'm blind. Don't do that. And they're not pointing forwards. She's not tucking underneath, so these booty lasers are pointing that way. She's pointing them straight down towards her heels. Her weight is over her second toe, and then she lowers out of her releve. Exactly like that. Face the bar once, Lenica. Now, a common way to get to releve is through a plie. It's just like a jump. You're going to go plie bend. So here's your demi-plie that we talked about. Her knees are over her second toe. And then she rises up to a releve right away. Boom. Again, plie, releve. Exactly. And she's not doing any sort of weird chicken dance kind of thing. She's not going plie, releve, plie, releve. Everything is staying really, really flat, like she's in that toaster that we were talking about before. calm down, here, relax. So one thing you want to watch out for when you plie releve is you're never going to go bend, straight, lift. I guarantee you, if you try to jump like that, you're going to end up bend, straight. It's not going to work. You have to go plie. Yeah, it doesn't. We look like ducks. So you're here. You're going to go in plie, go through all the weird, the ugly positions so that you arrive all in one fluid motion. You want that power pushing down through the ground. Exactly, Leah. Thank you. So that you are arriving in one motion. This is going to transfer to your jump later and all the things like that. Okay? So there's your releve. You have a plie, you have a tendu. These are the basic movements that you're going to need to get you through any general ballet technique class. Any other step is just a continuation of these basic movements. So keep in mind all of your musculature, all of your zippers, everything where your weight is on the balls of your feet, where your knee lasers are tracking, where your booty lasers are tracking, that they're always pointing towards your heels, so that you are maintaining that solid alignment and that solid musculature as you take yourself through any ballet class that you're instructing on your own without someone's eyes physically on you. On behalf of Verb Ballets, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for allowing us into your home, for dancing with us. We've had a great time. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. Be safe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.